Hi kids, it's Ms. Miller and welcome to the second part of your introduction to the LEGO Mindstorms EV3 programming software. If you double click on the icon on your desktop, the software will come up on your computer screen. When you open up the software, you can see on the left hand side there are different options to choose from, the first of which are the model instructions. Now these are just some ideas that you can choose from when building your robot. And maybe just pulling different parts of each of these ideas. There are also many other ideas online that you can look up. There's the quick start option, the file option, and the robot educator. The robot educator is great. It has all of the programming step by step for you if you need reminders or if you're learning how to program. Again, when you're starting a program, you want to choose new project and you want to name your program something that has to do with the program you are writing. Okay? Once we go to the screen, we want to get rid of that closed content editor. We'll get to that later. And it's important that you know what each of these colors stand for. The green are the action blocks. The orange is the flow control. And we'll get to those specifics later. The yellows are all the sensors, either sensors you add onto your robot or sensors that are already within the brick itself. Red are the data operations or the math blocks. Blue are the advanced blocks. And the light blue or teal over here on the right is the My block. That is something that you can personalize for your robot. Now, we need to check to see that our EV3 is plugged in. And if you expand the view, you can see up top that yes, the EV3 is plugged in. You can go to the port view, and in the port view, you can see which motors are plugged in. We see we have motor B and motor C, so we have two plugged in right now. And we want to make sure our USB is also plugged into the computer, and you can all see that all in that little box when you expand it. Now we're going to go back to the action blocks, and what we're choosing here is the move steering block. This is just one way you can move your robot, and the steering moves both motors at the same time. And you can see there that you can choose seconds, rotations, degrees, and how you want to move your robot. The steering allows you to, looks like it can turn left, it can turn right at certain degrees or go straight. Okay, the second one is the power. Okay, you can go from 0 to 100, or you can go negative. And if you go negative, it's not negative power, it just means the other direction. Okay, so if your robot isn't going forward, the easiest way you can fix that is by making your power negative, and it will go your forward or whatever direction you need it to go. This is a math block that we'll get to later, but you can connect data between the blocks to tell your robot if this is happening, something else is going to happen because of that, all right? You can zoom in and out to see your programs. You can use the little hand option to grab and pull the screen so it's centered for your view. And then if you use the select tool, that's when you can go back and change and manipulate your program. Now, if we want to do more than one program at a time, you just press the little plus button up top and start a new program. So you don't have to close out or erase, okay? There are ways to also save your programs, and what we will be doing is saving it in our shared file so that our partners can get that information if you're not in class. We don't want to save it on our own computer login because it's difficult for your classmates to access that. When you're describing your project, this is great for the judges. So they want to know what you're thinking is behind your project and your programming. And also, if you're writing a program and a partner isn't there, it's great to record what your intentions were, because then your partner can go back and continue those intentions or leave you notes on their progress. And again, they're saving. And they're automatically saving, as you can see in this Mindstorms. I don't want you to do that. I want you to save in our shared file that we will create for your class, for your teammates, okay? Once those are saved, you can go back in and open up projects. But if you used a different computer, it may not show up. Again, that's why you need to save everything in the shared drive.